What's up, YouTube? Coming at you today with another review, but this time, it's an oldie. It's actually from 1996. Eminem's first album, his very first album that dropped, called Infinite. So it dropped in 1996. So it's what's that? 3 years before his Slim Shady LP um debut, something like that. Basically, why am I doing this, right? Well, okay, a lot of people don't know about this album, because I would assume, he doesn't have the Slim Shady persona. This is pre-Slim Shady, so you're not getting that normal, funny, Eminem that you're getting in all of his previous, well, not his previous, but his albums that came out after this. Why I'm reviewing this for you today, guys, is because this album contains Eminem's best single ever. Like this album has that single, and that single is possibly one of the best hip hop singles ever. I would definitely include it in the top 5. I would go that far. It's the top 5 best songs. With one of the top 5 best songs in hip hop. Alright, so 1996 Infinite, right? Includes 8 tracks, no skits. It has a few guest artists, none really important besides Proof, Eminem's homeboy from back in the day. Notable tracks include Infinite, Maxine, and 313 is okay. Alright, so Maxine is about his neighborhood hoe, gets around, has AIDS or whatever. Basically, they're just cutting her up, saying she's easy and all that shit. But it's actually a pretty damn good song, and it has a nice little intro and outro. And 313 is just like, I'm the best from 313, yada yada yada, but it's still good. And then we have Infinite, which is, I don't know how the hell Eminem thought about this shit at the age he was, but it has some of the best allusions and metaphors and all that shit I've ever heard in a rap song, hip hop song, and it's definitely a song that you have to hear. Like, you hear this shit and you will understand when I'm saying this is the Eminem's best song out of all the shit he's ever did. This song right here in 1996, pre Slim Shady, is his best shit he's ever done. So you hear me say this, and you're asking, why, if this is his best song, why haven't I heard it? Well, the album got shunned. They said he sounded too much like AZ and Nas, and I can see why they said that. I can see some of the similarities there, and this is what, they shunned the album. They wouldn't play it on the radio. They backlashed him. Plus, he was white. That didn't help. It caused him to, it didn't sell well. Only 1,000 copies were oversold, and this is what caused him, this breakdown. This is what caused him to make his Slim Shady persona and go and make that Slim Shady EP album or mixtape. Not to be confused with the Slim Shady LP, his coming out album. The Slim Shady EP is the album before that coming out album, which the mixtape before that coming out album, which I will probably review after as well. But this is Eminem like you've never seen him before. He does not rap like Slim Shady. He doesn't rap like the Eminem now. He has a completely different, younger style of rapping, which I love. I love this Eminem, and I love this album. This album is a great album. What's wrong with the album is the production is weak. Pretty weak. Normally, I'm a pretty big advocate over production over lyricism, but here, you don't really. It's the opposite here for me. There's just something about his voice that like commands the whole song, much like Big L used to do when he had his tracks. Big L was he had a lot of weak beats, but something about his voice just made you didn't give a fuck. You loved his punchlines, how he was funny, what he had to say, and you don't really mind that the production is weak. And that's what I see here in this album. There's only 3 tracks where he has, I think about 3 or 4 tracks where he has guest artists, and when those guest artists come on, you like, you don't like the song as much anymore because the production is weak and they just sound like regular people rapping. I don't know how to describe it, but when Eminem is on those beats, you don't give a fuck. I mean, you really want to hear him. So keep in mind when I'm reviewing this album, I think Eminem's performance was amazing. It's probably his best performance ever, in my opinion. But the production and his guest artists, his features were weak, and that's probably why you've never heard of it before. But it's still a great album, and it's pretty popular underground. So, and I'm trying to bring some of this underground shit to light, so you people who never heard this shit before can experience this greatness that's being held underground. You guys need to hear this. This shit is important right here. This is history. If you just want to hear one track, just please, I'm telling you, hear Infinite. It will change your whole persona over who Eminem is, what he can do, how you feel about him. You'll get, if you don't like Eminem, listen to Infinite and you'll be like, how the hell did he think of that shit? Because it is amazing. It is an amazing song, and you will understand why I consider it one of the top 5 songs in hip hop history, definitely. So yeah, next I'm coming at you with his breakout album of Slim Shady, well, his breakout mixtape of the Slim Shady persona, which is the Slim Shady EP, and it has some great songs as well, and I'll get into that. But check out this album. I'll probably provide a link for you, as I always do, and give me some feedback, how you feel about it, and maybe we can chat about it or something. So this is Wiz signing out.